And I know that it is early on, and I understand levels of competition have been different, but I certainly think you can make the argument that they've been the most impressive team in the Big Ten so far. They have just obliterated their two opponents so far. In your opinion, what has made them so good to this point?
Well, the first thing is their offense. Their offense is an offense that is very physical and also can be really explosive. And it's hard to blend those two in. We've got some video here that'll show you that. They're a gap scheme. They're a double team at the line of scrimmage. So here's a play, hardly touched. There's no one to front up the ball at the free safety position. But this play worked because of how physical the offensive line is. Then they can come back and they can be explosive. Here's an example of an explosive play. And so when you're trying to defend them and they're doing these two things, it's really hard to defend them. And then the third play, they're back to the line of scrimmage, and now they're back running the ball again. So to me, Rever, the reason that this team is so good on offense is because of what the three plays look like to you right away. They're physical and they can be explosive. So to me, right now, Oregon's the leader in the clubhouse as far as diversity of offense and how productive their offense is, and it's because of the blend of finesse and power.
You saw them, I know, in camp. You were part of that West Coast trip. Are you surprised at how efficiently it's run? I think the one thing that we wondered about, or that I wondered about anyway, was just the lack of continuity, just one starter returning on offense. You had Dante Moore in the system last year, so he was learning the ropes. There's certainly a lot of guys in that offensive group who contributed last year, but the roles have been enhanced, and it seems like not only have they missed a beat, Jerry, I mean, I know they were number one for the bulk of the season last year, but I think in some respects, again, we'll see when they play better competition, but man, they might be better.
Yeah, I mean, at camp, they look like they've looked so far in the first couple games. I mean, so that's not a surprise. But as you say, Rever, let's wait until we get into conference play and see them play some of the better teams, not only in the conference but in the country. But the fast start doesn't surprise me whatsoever from what I saw at camp. And I share this all the time. I was in Will Stein's quarterback meeting, the offensive coordinator, and I was in his unit meeting, and the teaching progression was the most impressive I've ever seen. So the fact that they have got off to a fast start, I think, has a lot to do with the coaching of Dan Lanning and his staff.
Yeah, an excellent staff. Will Stein's done an amazing job as the offensive coordinator there, and the defense hasn't been too shabby either. They've held their first two opponents under 250 yards. So it feels like a really complete team. It feels like an immense challenge for Northwestern. And the Wildcats certainly look better in week 2 than they did in week 1. They were just completely overmatched against Tulane. They did a nice job of bouncing back against, obviously, a lesser opponent in Western Illinois. But what's the challenge here for Northwestern? Big Noon's going to be there. You're going to have a lot of the national spotlight on this game. What can Northwestern do to keep it close?
Well, the challenge is internal, not external, right? They made tremendous improvement from game 1 to game 2. What their goal should be we want to play our best game. We can't control it. We're playing a really good Oregon football team. What we can do is get ourselves ready to play better than the first 2 games. And if, in fact, in a upset position, and most upsets are because the favorite team is turning the ball over, a lot of penalties, unforced errors, all things that indicate that the favorite team is not really up for the game emotionally. So all Northwestern could do is commit to being the best version of themselves after the first 3 weeks. Let Oregon come into town. If they start making some mistakes, make sure that you're in position to take advantage of them, because that's how upsets happen, when the underdog takes advantage of opportunities that the favorite doesn't usually give them. So it's simple for Northwestern. Play your best game, and let's see what happens on Saturday.
And for all the success that they've had, it's been pretty remarkable, as we all know, over the last 30 years, the way Northwestern has turned its program around. But they have not beaten a team in the top 5 in that stretch. In fact, they haven't beaten a team in the top 5 since 1959. So this would be a monumental win, no doubt. But again, can they keep it close? Can they keep it interesting? And can they get something to build on for further down the line this season?